Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. I know these last couple of weeks, maybe even a month or two, have been a bit crazy, or the energy has been a bit wild even, and maybe there's a lot of triggers coming up for everybody at the moment. It's been a mad one. Today we are doing a I'm going to go through all the signs and just see what the energy is saying for each zodiac sign. So I'm going to get straight in and see what's happening for Aries this week. Let's see what is happening for Aries this week. Well, Aries, you have a secret admirer, that's for sure. I feel like there's this really weird conflict with Aries at the moment, and I just looked at the bottom of the deck and I'm picking up that there might be this thing of wanting that Ten of Cups kind of energy, and kind of being sandwiched between two people. And you know, I mean, they can carry, I don't really like giving specific signs because we carry all the signs, but there could be some dominant air sign, there could be some like dominant Aquarius energy, and just air energy in general, which is Gemini, Libra and Aquarius, that are kind of surrounding you at the moment. And I think that just in general, Aries, when it comes to your relationships, you're not really happy. And I think on a realistic, if I can be real with you, Aries, don't kill the messenger, please. Just joking, I love Aries. The relationship with yourself at the moment needs to be your first and foremost priority. And I feel like the star is just literally screaming like, listen, if you feel the urge to walk away, it's probably because you need to work on yourself. This secret admirer, or this person that has like an interest in you, is all great and stuff, and they're trying to get your attention, but you're not really that interested, because this person over here is like, hey, look at me, blah 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 blah, whatever, and they could be stalking your socials and all that kind of stuff or whatever, and they're really trying to get your attention right now. But if you look at like the Eight of Cups, like, you're walking away, you're not actually that interested in this person. And you're kind of walking towards like this star energy, which is all about the relationship that you have with yourself, right? Nurturing yourself, looking after your needs and stuff, but also remaining hopeful and open to the possibility of, you know, when you have your good relationship with yourself, that the Ten of Cups is possible. And I feel that maybe you're looking for the Ten of Cups, but the Ten of Cups isn't happening because there could be some stuff that you need to look at when it comes to the relationship with yourself and looking after yourself and really figuring out what your needs are. And I feel like the relationships that you've been having, like, you've outgrown that kind of relationship. The relationships you need now, not want, like the relationships you need now, have been upgraded, you know. Like, you can't keep having these same relationships because they're not reflecting who you are anymore. They're reflecting the old you. And this new you, you might not know who this new you is and what this new you needs. God, that's a freaking tongue twister. But I feel like the star is saying, listen, just take some time to figure out what it is you need and what it is, like the difference between your wants and your needs, and just to remain hopeful and inspired by the fact that, like, you're growing, and, you know, like, you may be losing people or losing interest in people or whatever, but it's also exciting and intriguing, right, to step forward into the unknown, this new version of you, to figure out who this new version of you is and what this version of you needs and wants. You know, you're on the path to the Ten of Cups. Like, you know, that's your aim. That's where you want to go. That's what you actually want, is the Ten of Cups. But I feel like the next cup, like the Ninth Cup, is going to be the relationship with yourself. And then, like, the Ten of Cups comes. Even if you are in a relationship at the moment, I feel like there might be some kind of, like, I feel like your partner might be craving your attention, but your attention is elsewhere, because I feel like you might be slightly unhappy, but not unhappy with them, but just a little bit unhappy with where you are. Like, you need to be, like, you want something else. Not that didn't come out right. Not that you want something else, or if, you know, if you're in a relationship with this person, not that you want someone else, or you, like, you've grown, right? And you're trying to figure that out. And you know, it would be good for you to communicate that with your partner and not leave them there like tiring themselves out, because the last thing you want is, if you do want this person but you're just going through a couple of things, if you don't communicate that with this person, you know, eventually this person's going to get fed up of trying to get your attention and they're going to look for it elsewhere. So you know, if you are in a relationship, cater to that, you know, and communicate where you're at and say that, look, I really need to find myself. I'm still happy with you, but I just really need to find myself and what I want and what I need and stuff. And yeah, keep doing your self-discovery and stuff. Aries, that's you, boo. Let's see what's happening for Taurus. Oh, Jesus, Taurus, what is happening? Okay. Oh, damn it, Taurus. I feel like recently, Taurus, there's been like, you know, over the last couple of months, there's been some like good stuff happening in your life. And it feels like you're caught up in some kind of toxic situationship, maybe. Because when you look at the devil, like the devil is basically like the other end of the lovers, right? The lovers card. So you've still got the two people, but you know they're surrounded by this devil energy, which is toxic, you know, like that toxic addiction to someone. Whereas on the other hand, the lovers card is very open and free, and it's all about free will and choice, and you know, like the lighter side of love. Whereas the devil is all about the toxic end of what love is, or could be. And it's not really love, it's more kind of like addiction and whatever. But I do see like a lot of toxic energy around your relationship with someone, and it's kind of really affecting your mental health. And if it's really affecting your mental health and there's always conflict, at some point, Taurus, you're really going to have to like say, do you know what, I need, like, this ain't working for me. Like, you know, the world can symbolize a completion, and it can symbolize like a new beginning. So if you are in a toxic cycle with someone, or even if you're the toxic person, because let's face it, sometimes that's stubborn energy and all that kind of whatever, you know. Whoever the toxic person is, or whatever the toxic relationship is, like, this don't feel good. This is not good. It's not even like a good toxic, you know. It's not even that kind of like naughty toxic. It's like seriously damaging your mental health and your physical health, because it's just constant fighting. So it's like, at some point, Taurus, you're going to have to look at this and say, do you know what, this is a cycle that I don't want to be in, and you're going to have to choose yourself. And at some point, you know, either somehow fix this, which I don't really feel like it's fixable. I'm going to be honest with you. I know like people don't like hearing the truth, but I don't feel like this situation is going to be fixable until you walk away. You might be better off as friends than you are, you know, lovers or whatever, but it's not working, Taurus. And I feel like this week you really need to look at this situation and, you know, really figure out like what's happening, because if it's affecting your mental health and it's affecting you like this, is it even worth it? But I will tell you this, when it comes to these kind of cycles, there's a massive lesson to learn from this, and that massive lesson is going to be a massive blessing. So even though this is a thing and you might be heartbroken and suffering and stuff, there's a massive lesson that's coming with this situation. And when like you've done the healing and stuff, or, you know, just even if you, like I say the healing, but when you've dealt with the heartbreak and you get into the healing side of it, like you'll find that lesson and it will become one of your biggest blessings. And then that will give you the opportunity to like start over. Let's see, who's next? Gemini. Let's see what's happening for Gemini. Gemini, I feel like there's going to be like two things. Gemini, I feel like you're looking good, you could be feeling good, like you're in a good place with yourself. And I feel like there's going to be two kind of situations that are going to return. Someone is going to see how hard you've been working, and they're going to see your projects, and they're possibly going to offer you a job opportunity. Or like if you're applying for jobs, they're going to see like your resume or CV or whatever you call it, wherever you're from, and go, do you know what, we need this person on our team. Or we could be dealing with like a returning person. a returning person, and you know, they see that you've like really stepped out of your shell, and they see you just thriving with the Six of Wands energy, and they see that you're more solid now and that you're in a really good place with yourself, and they kind of come in with this thing and go, hi, I'm back, I see that you're really doing well and I'm liking your vibe. And one thing you need to ask yourself, Gemini, is this. Right, okay, underneath we have the Four of Wands. You really need to ask yourself and understand that, is this person coming back as another lesson to test you, or has this person also leveled up to a point where like you can actually come back together and celebrate? You need to ask that question before you start celebrating and thinking, oh shit, this person's come back, it's going to be blah blah blah. You need to really ask yourself if this person's leveled up. Are you on the same level? Because if you're not, then there's going to be a lesson. So if the level up is there and you can see that they've grown with you, like they've leveled up too, great, fantastic. But if you can see like they're just coming back because they can see you're doing well, then it's possibly time for you to go, do you know what, yeah, I've leveled up, I'll see you later, you know. Let's see what's happening for Cancer this week. Oh shit, okay, calm down. Okay, Cancer, what's happening, man? My cards are like trying to stab me and shit. What's happening with Cancer's energy? Jesus. Trying to stab me up and stuff. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay, Cancer. I feel like there's a couple of things happening here. I feel like you've been working on your legacy with this Ten of like Pentacles here. And I feel that, you know, this isn't a time to stop, because we have that this Five of Pentacles here, right, which is a time of feeling like lack and feeling kind of like disheartened and stuff. And I think that with the Six of Pentacles right next to it, it's still saying like keep going, keep giving your energy, keep investing your time in yourself, because the Ten of Pentacles is at the end of the tunnel. Like you're so close, Cancer, you're so close, like you can taste it, but well, you can't taste it because you're in this space of like, I don't know if I can carry on, like this is too much work. Listen, honey, you are so close to this thing that you want. Like, don't give up now. And I feel like because it's Pentacles, it could be around health, it could be around education. You could be working towards a career, you could be starting your own business, or you've been working on something or whatever. This is not a time to give up. This is a time to keep going, keep investing, because the goal is like close. Yeah, look. At the bottom of the deck you've got the Nine of Pentacles. Listen, don't give up, Cancer. Whatever it is this represents for you, for me, with all of this earth, this literally earth energy, right? All of this earth energy for me is just representing money, health, wealth, education, everything that earth represents, stability, work, all of it, right? Yeah. Like, this is not a time to give up. It's actually a time to keep investing in yourself, because this Ten of Pentacles, like, is closer than you think it is. So don't give up. Like, take a break, breathe, gather your bearings, and then get up and keep giving back to whatever it is you're building for yourself, because it's so close. Like, trust me. Don't give up just yet. Let's see what's happening for Leo. Ow. Does anyone, if you do tarot, does anyone else's like decks stab them up and stuff? Mine does. Okay. This feels very Leo. This feels very lovey-dovey, very innocent. What's the word I'm looking for? Like pure, like clean love. It's a very healed, clean kind of love energy. And I think that even though these are pages and they're seen as like younger people, I don't feel like they're representing younger people. I feel like they're representing a newness that's kind of coming in when it comes to like your hopes and your desires. And whether it's a person, I see like, you know, like the typical Page of Swords energy is all about they say the stalker, right? And, you know, maybe there's someone watching you on your social media. Maybe you thought that this person wasn't interested or whatever, but they are interested. They've seriously, they've been watching you. Like, you mentally stimulate them, you emotionally stimulate them. Like, you've this card for me, I don't know for anybody else, but for me this card always represents like a lot of self-reflection. And I think that you are a mirror for this person, and you may have like at some point triggered this person. But I say that because I feel like this new energy, there's like a newness about this energy, and it feels like you've kind of like known each other before. Whether you physically met or not, you've definitely known each other previously in a past life, or even if you have met in this life, there's just like this newness that's kind of like coming in with this energy. And I think that oh my god, look at that, look, you see, this is what I was just thinking. I was just thinking that like there's like a new beginning, because I feel like you're this person's reflection, right? This for me is a self-reflection card. And if what you're reflecting and this person is your person, you're going to reflect to them like some stuff in it. And if it's like a soulmate, twin flame relationship, then you're going to trigger the fuck out of this person. And this person may fucking, you know, need to disappear and gather their shit and deal with whatever these triggers are that you bring up inside of them. But there is this kind of thing of them like still watching you, still loving you. And the end thing is to be together, is like these two here, you know, like being together and having some kind of connection with each other. Whatever the connection is, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic one. I mean, it could be, it might not be, it doesn't matter. It's about the connection that you have with each other. And like if you're ever worried that they lost interest and they're not interested in you, trust me, Leo, they're watching your ass. They still care about you. You still reflect, like there's still a lot of stuff that they're dealing with that you kind of brought up within them. I feel like looking at you, like they saw themselves in it, and whatever you reflected back to them triggered something, and they're doing their thing and they're working on whatever they're working on. But I do see like just this very new, innocent love energy in this for Leo. Let me see if I can find something other than love, even though like the main thing for Leo felt like love. I can't, you know, because I'm just drawn to these two people. That there's a couple, it's two people, a relationship of some sort. Yeah, so I can't tell you anything else, Leo. That's what it is. It is what it is. I can't find any other message for you other than that. So I'm gonna move on to, who is that? What did I say? Leo. Virgo's next. Let's see what's happening. Oh, what the hell? What's happening for Virgo? Virgo, do you know what? I'm picking up on daddy, you know, like, and whether it's like a dominant female or a dominant man, like I'm picking up on this energy that's around you. And yeah, it's crazy because usually, Virgo, you're so like, I feel like you're usually so like precise, but this person kind of has you feeling a little bit out of control. And although it makes you feel quite anxious, I also feel like you quite like it, because it excites you, right? We've got like the Ace of Wands here. It's like this exciting energy. So even though like it might trigger you a little bit and make you feel a little bit out of control, it kind of excites you at the same time. And this guy, like you've been looking for a stable, you've been looking for stability, right? And for a long time you found it in yourself. And Virgo, maybe you find that, my chair is so squeaky today, you find that when you're on your own, like everything runs smoothly. It's when you start allowing other people in that like you feel like you're losing control. And I feel like on some level that's kind of deep and maybe something you need to look at. But yeah. I definitely see like an ending of some sort here with the World card, and I do see like a new beginning, and I do see that there's the blockage is like happening in your head. It's not the reality. The reality is something totally different. You can see the reality here with the World card and the King of Pentacles. The reality is different. What you're telling yourself is a story, and I don't mean that in like a fucked up kind of sense. Like we all have a condition. We've all been conditioned from birth, from, you know, society, parents, partners, teachers, whatever. We've all been slapped with condition. But it's those conditions that you're telling yourself otherwise. But the reality of the situation is the World and the King of Pentacles. and excitement. And have you ever noticed, it's coming from someone that suffers with crazy fucking anxiety, right? Have you ever noticed that when you kind of like detach from, it's hard to, but if you can, like if you can detach from like what triggers like the anxiety, like if you can find a space where you can kind of observe it and not really like lose yourself in it, like if you can just observe it, you'll find that there's not much difference between the feeling of excitement and the feeling of anxiety. They're pretty much the same feeling. Like if you haven't noticed, pay attention. Excitement and anxiety are exactly the same feeling, if not exactly the same, very near to the same feeling. It's the mind that tells us what that feeling is. So if the situation is I don't know, what can a trigger be? You know, like for a lot of people, there's this this fear around being in queues, right? Like being stuck or being in a queue or whatever. I don't know if that's going to be a good example. Fuck it. Yeah, it's not going to be a good example. I don't know how to explain it, how I want to explain it, but I'm hoping that me saying that these two feelings are very similar, like very similar, if not the same feeling. So it's like the mind cycle of being in that situation that caused the anxiety. And, you know, maybe you was in, okay, let me try. If you're in an elevator and you have a fear of elevators, right, it triggers your anxiety. But then if you sit on a roller coaster, because you're still locked in, right? You're still locked in, but a roller coaster is seen as meant to be like fun and exciting and like, you know, fun. So what's the difference? One, you're locked in an elevator, and two, you're locked in a roller coaster. But the roller coaster is fun, but the elevator is what triggers your anxiety. But the feeling is exactly the same. That feeling in your stomach about when you're about to drop on that roller coaster, the excitement, the fun, the madness that comes with it, and then that same feeling in the pit of your stomach when you get the anxiety. The same kind of feeling. Right. Who's next? Where are we up to? Virgo. Let's see what's happening for Libra. What's happening for Libra? Oh, Jesus. Libra, do you know what's really crazy? The first thing I picked up on when I saw this Knight of Wands energy is freedom. And I feel like Libra, you might be feeling trapped when it comes to, I want to say relationships, because like we have like these two people here that are very upset and not very happy, but you're kind of like, yeah, like you won, kind of, you know. And then like you have the community card here as well, which is the Three of Cups, which is all about like gatherings, celebration or whatever, right? And then at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Swords, which is stress and anxiety and whatever else, right? So I feel that for Libra, you could be feeling very trapped at the moment, and your desire is to be free. But whatever you're caught up in, like the only person that can get you out of that is you, and you're not going to get yourself out of it by doing this kind of like this, whatever this style of communication that you're doing, whether you're bad mouthing people, putting people down, or whether someone's doing that to you. That's not the way to go about it. The way to go about it is to really just get on your horse and fucking dip. Like if you're serious and you want to get out of this situation because you do feel trapped and anxious and stressed, the only way you're going to do that is to get on your bloody horse and to leave the situation. There's no more thinking. There's no more like pondering. It's like, make the choice now. The indecisiveness has got to stop. If you're unhappy, you feel trapped, is there a, you know, do you want to be where you're at, or do you want to move on? If you want to be where you're at, but you just feel trapped and you want to work on it, cool. But you can't stay where you are. So you've either got to work on it and find a way through it, or you've got to leave it behind and move on. That's it. That's as simple as it is. Because if you stay where you are, you're just going to get even more stressed. And then what happens is this kind of communication happens, where it's a toxic kind of communication, putting people down or someone putting you down. Like it's, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not trying to hurt other people. We're not trying to hurt ourselves, because I was just saying in another reading, you know, when you're hurting others, you're just hurting yourself. So it's like, instead of like doing this thing, whatever this represents for you, Libra, whether this is happening to you or you're this person doing this to others, like seriously, if you feel trapped and it's making you lash out, or like you're in a situation that you need to get out of, it's time to get out of it. For you to be happy and for you to really like celebrate your life again and to be in this energy of like happiness and freedom, you've got to leave it. You've either got to work through it or leave it. That's the option. Which one are you going to choose? That's your choice, you know. Right, who's next? Who was that? Libra. Right, Scorpio. What's happening for Scorpio this week? That's too many. Just want one more. Oh, Jesus, okay. Let's see what is happening for Scorpio. Scorpio, I don't even know where to start with you guys. I feel like the main energy is asking you, what are you investing yourself in? I feel like there could be some legal issues that are coming up for Scorpio with this like Justice card here. I feel like, do you know what? I always get two certain things that comes from the Justice card. One is, what the fuck is behind that curtain? What's behind this curtain? Like, whenever I see like the symbol in a card of like a curtain, I always think to myself, what is that person hiding? Now, this is an air, and this is Libra, right? So what is this air energy? What is this person hiding? What is hidden behind that curtain? And the other thing I get from the Justice card, which is what most people do, which is about justice. Law, could be, you know, some people see justice as like, you know, the divorce card, and we've got the Hierophant here as well, which, you know, can represent unity and marriage and spiritual connections and all stuff. So there could be like a divorce, there could be some kind of work related lawsuit happening, because we've got like Pentacles here as well, and this is Earth energy, and Earth energy is all about work, money, health, wealth, all that kind of stuff. So there could be some kind of like work legal battle going on, or there could just be a spiritual battle. Maybe like your spirituality is kind of like leveling onto some different level, when because you're kind of leveling up, like there's just like a lot of stuff happening around you that's kind of like shifting, and I don't know, there feels like there's just some mad hidden energy, like there's some hidden stuff happening with Scorpio. I mean, Scorpio energy, apparently you guys are really secretive anyway, you know, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, there's something that is hidden and is not really going to be revealed, but yeah. Do you know what I just noticed? Nothing to do with the reading, but I just noticed how this man's showing off his knee and stuff, and it's like, nice knee, mate. Anyway, moving on. I feel like there could be like, when it comes to like your spirituality and your belief system and stuff, there could be a lot of changes happening in the belief system with yourself and what you believe in. You could be evolving, or there could be some kind of like spiritual like level up. Like you could be looking into like a new area when it comes to your spirituality, you know, like maybe a new spiritual practice or whatever. I do see like this weird energy of who you're investing your time in. There's like someone that you're constantly putting your time and energy into, and they're just taking, and it's almost like, if you look at this guy's face, he's got like a bit of a stink face, and it's kind of like, oh, you again, you know, like you want more. But then there's this person down here that's literally just, they're not begging you, they're not all up in your grill, they're not forcing nothing, they're just down here like, hey sir, like if you've got a spare penny, throw it my way, you know. Like there's a difference between these two people. One person is all up in your business, like give me, and the other person is like, listen, if you've got it, please help me, you know, or like if you've got it, then I'm more than happy or whatever to receive it or whatever. There's just like these two different weird energies. One is kind of like taking everything you've got, and the other one is kind of just like, listen, I'm cool with or without. It's funny because we have the weighing scales here and we have the weighing scales here as well, and it's like finding the balance between maybe the people that you do invest your time in. Maybe you invest your time in someone that has like hidden agendas. I was trying to think of a way to say it without sounding like a bitch, but there could be someone that has hidden agendas, and they're kind of just like taking from you. Maybe that they're taking your money and storing it so that like they can use it for something else. I don't know, there's some kind of weirdness happening for Scorpio. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords, you know, as everybody knows, is a stalker. So you could have literally a secret admirer or someone you know is stalking you or whatever. But yeah, this is kind of like even just a new way. Like, let's get away from the typical energy of this Page of Swords, right? And let's look at something else. And what I'm picking up on is like this new mindset. There's a new mindset. It's very... it's very open, very childlike, very curious, very interested, very like open-minded, fun. It's like childlike in a sense that it's like goofy. Oh look, there's this, I want to try that, or you know, like that. Scorpio, that's your energy for the week. Let's who might Scorpio? Sagittarius. Oh God, okay. Oh Jesus. Why is Sagittarius feeling confused? I feel like some major stuff is happening for Sagittarius at the moment. You know, I was just thinking, what is this about? And with this Nine of Cups here, I feel like it could be really connected to your wants and desires. And with this specific, not Pacific, with this specific card, Sagittarius, I feel like it could be around relationships. Maybe you're ready to get into a relationship with someone, but that there's this very weird, confused energy around your relationships. It's like you want all of this stuff, right? This is what you dream about having, but it's like you're carrying this though, you know. It's like this is the daydream, this is the dream, and this is what you're looking for and stuff, but it's almost like you're carrying the burden of every single thing that you've experienced. And instead of like, there's a path, right? There's a clear pathway that goes all the way up to this like little castle down here, but instead of going on the easy journey, he's decided to cut the path in it and go across, like cutting corners. But how about like, I don't know, maybe focus on like, excuse me, maybe focus on what the burden is. What is this burden that you're carrying, Sagittarius? Because I'm sorry, but Sag energy, like what? Why are you carrying this burden like you're meant to carry it for the rest of your life when you're not? What is the confusion? Do you know what? Maybe, Sagittarius, maybe you've got all of these things that you really want and you really need to just focus on one. Maybe the reason why there's so much confusion and so much like madness around your reading today, maybe it's because your focus is meant to be one thing. Maybe your focus is just meant to be one thing. Pick something, because whatever you pick is going to lead you to that destination anyway. Like if you don't know which way to go or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's like that quote from Alice in Wonderland, where he says what she asks the treasured cat the way to go somewhere, and he's like, do you know where to go? And she says no, and then he says, well, it doesn't matter which way you go then. Basically, I just butchered that, but Jesus, hopefully you understood. Like if you just pick away, just pick something, and whatever you pick is going to lead you right back to this Ace of Cups anyway. This Ace of Cups, like whatever cup you pick is going to lead you to where you want to go anyway. So just pick something, focus on it, put down the burden, focus and invest in something different. Stop being in the cycle of confusion and daydreaming. Like pick something, focus on it, and get the stagnant energy moving again. Because when did Sagittarius love to be burdened by all of this energy? Never. That's when. Right, let's see what's happening for Capricorn this week. You know, Capricorn, there's this energy of like, I feel the energy just saying chill, it's cool, just chill, like it's not going nowhere. Like the tables are turning. Like you don't need to be so uptight, or You know, like, you don't need to keep chucking in the towel if it doesn't go your way. Like, you stop walking away and just stay for a second. Just see what happens. Just see what happens, because the tables are turning. You might think it's not working out in your favour, but it really is. There's going to be like this reawakening, or like this rebirth of something. And although like in the past it might have like made you feel like this eight of cups, right, like that you needed to get away from it, but this rebirth that like this happening is like calling to you, right? It's like, it's a soul level call. It's not just like pick up the phone and, hey bro, how you doing, whatever. It's like, this is a soul calling, and you're being asked to not walk away. You're being asked to, and I'm not talking about like relationships and stuff, because if you're unhappy in a relationship, then walk away. Like, you don't need to fuck around. If you're unhappy in a relationship, walk away. Simple, done, finished. But I feel like it's bigger than the relationship. I feel like whatever this rebirth is that's happening for Capricorn, you're being asked not to walk away from it. Like, don't give up just yet, because like the table's turning and it's going to work out in your favour. And if your soul, like if you feel like your soul is being called to do something, just be patient, because it's going to be like the next step is going to be revealed in it. Like, just chill out for a second, Capricorn. Just chill out for a second. Let like the first step reveal itself in it. Like, you're being called, yeah, like your soul is being called towards something. The tables are turning. It's all going to work out in your favour. Just chill out for a minute. Just know when to be still, you know. Know when to do nothing. Know when to move. Know when not to move. Know when, you know, like, listen to what your soul is calling you to do, and your soul is asking you at the moment. And you can see, like, even look, this angel here, like, he's calling directly to you, like directly to you. It's like, it's calling directly to this Four of Swords. Like, chill out for a second. Just be still. Just let things unfold naturally. If you stop, like, there's a quote, and I've just been saying to everybody about some quotes in it, but I butcher them all. But if you're trying to be found, then stop running in it. Like, if you keep running, you're never going to be found. Like, how do you expect something to catch up with you if you're constantly moving? How do you ever expect to be found if you don't stay in one place? Like, if you have children and, you know, your child gets lost in the shopping centre or something, you wouldn't say to your child, yeah, do you know what, kid, keep walking around, like, just keep looking for me. You'll tell them, listen, mate, stay outside Sainsbury's, yeah, I'm coming to get you. You know, like, stand still so you can be found, innit? Let it come to you, because it's coming. Let's see what's happening for Aquarius. You got 4 cards. Look at that. There's this energy for Sagittarius, and I kind of picked up on it with like this. Can you see all of that? I know the light's glaring off of one of the cards at the end there. Maybe I'll put it down here. Nope, not going to work. Sod it. Okay. So I feel like with Aquarius, there was this instant need of freedom. I just felt this instant need to be free. And at first I was like, okay, so we've got the Knight of Swords, which talks about, like, you know, whatever, moving forward, full steam ahead or whatever. But there was this sense of freedom, and I was thinking, are they trying to, like, is it freeing themselves from their heads and stuff? And then I looked at the bottom of the deck and I saw like the Knight of Wands, and I was like, you just want freedom. Mental freedom, emotional freedom, all kinds of freedom. You just want freedom. You just want your freedom back. You just want your freedom back. And I feel like as well, and I said this to someone else as well, that this Three of Pentacles energy for me at the moment feels like as long as you've got a solid root and somewhere to call home, you can be even if it's yourself, you don't necessarily need like bricks and cement to be a home, right? It could be like wherever you find home, like that's going to be your freedom. Wherever that home feeling is for you, whether it's in yourself, whether it's in a building, whether it's in a home, whether it's in another person, wherever that sense of like home is, that's going to be your freedom. I see like a lot of like reconnecting as well with, I want to say like old friends, but I don't think it's going to be people that you already know. I feel like it might just be new, like soul tribe members, you know? Like you don't necessarily know them in this life, but you know them, you resonate with them on like a level, like you know them on a spiritual level already. So maybe you had like past lives together or whatever, but there is some kind of like reconnection in a certain area. It's kind of weird because I feel like you feel that certain relationships actually make you feel tied down, but you want the freedom. But the right relationships and connections will create that freedom. Do you know what I'm saying? Your relationships shouldn't make you feel confined or like you're living in a prison or like strapped down. But the right people will give you that freedom. Like the freedom will be there. There'll be no question. You will just feel free. So I'm wondering, is there like connections around you at the moment that just that are just very, like you feel tied to them in some way, like a karmic tie or some kind of tie to certain people, or I don't know, something, and it's just making you feel very tied down and unable to move? I get a sense of just when you find home, that's where your freedom is. That's all I keep hearing. If I'm being honest, that's all I keep hearing for Aquarius. When you find home, whether it's within yourself, a building, another person, wherever you find home, that's where your freedom is going to be. That's all I keep hearing. I feel like I'm trying to, you know, but that's all I hear for Aquarius. So when you find home, that's when you'll find your freedom. So let's see what's happening for Pisces. Jesus. I keep saying Jesus, but I love Jesus. Anyway, just in case people say, don't use it in vain. I'm not. Oh, damn it. What is happening for Pisces? Pisces, you have been shook to the core. What is happening? I feel like this is a level up. Yeah, I feel like you had to endure something very painful recently for you to kind of like have this self-reflection mode. I feel like you had to have this kind of Tower Mars kind of kick up the arse for you to really pay attention to yourself. And as I've been saying recently, that at the moment the Page of Cups for me is a very self-reflective kind of card. You know, you've got the guy and he's looking in his cup, and inside his cup is a fish, and what does that fish represent? Is it a reflection of him? Like you can see underneath here, like you've got the water and there's the self-reflection. So for me, this is a really big card right now as a card of self-reflection, because the relationship has to start with you, right? All relationships start with you. So and you know, normally I feel like this Nine of Wands would be a very kind of like restricted card, but I feel like you're kind of putting yourself into this stage of like self-isolation, not to be a dick, not because like you're hurt and you never want to see anyone again, but you're going into this space of like, I need to look at myself. So it's not that like you're blocking people out because you're being an arsehole. You're literally saying to people, look, I need some time to just really reflect on where I'm at the moment, because I can't keep going in the same direction that I'm going. And at the bottom of the deck you have the Hierophant, right? And this is all about your belief system, your spirituality, or just religion, whatever it is but it doesn't have to be. For me, the Hierophant represents like a spiritual kind of connection to divine or whatever, educate, whatever. But for others it can be religion, right? Because this is a religious guy. For me, my religion is It's not a religion, it's spirituality. I believe in spirituality, the journey to self, through self, learning about self, self. Yeah, that's my belief. So it's like, maybe everything you've ever believed in has kind of like not been a lie, but you're starting to see that there's more to what's actually happening. You're starting to see things for what they really are. And because you're seeing things for what they really are, it's kind of like kicked you in the arse and made you really look at yourself and what you believe in. And is this something that you want to continue to believe in? Or do you want to expand and learn something more when it comes to your belief system? Even your belief system around yourself as well, right? Because this is self-reflection. So this could be, you know, do you believe in yourself? Because I feel like for a long time, Pisces, you might not have with this Tower card. And something's happened. And, you know, with Pisces, I feel like you know. You always know. But Pisces can be very... you can be very good at escapism and being detached and separating yourself and being pulled in two different directions. And I think that, yeah, I just think that you're being called inward. You're being called inward to look at yourself and reflect on what's happening. And I feel like it took a wake-up call for you to really like hone in, you know, and be like, okay, shit, I really need to start paying attention to what's happening in my life, because, you know, myself, like, I've got to believe in myself. If I really want to go somewhere, like, you've got to take yourself seriously, Pisces. No more escapism, no more distractions, no more this. Like, take yourself seriously, because if you really want to get out of this situation, going inward is perfect. Looking at yourself, self-reflection, all that kind of stuff, believing in yourself, you know, expanding your beliefs and whatever else is perfect. That's exactly what you should be doing. Always, not just this week, forever, for the rest of your life. So I feel like whatever this Tower represents, and it's something big, especially for Pisces, because usually you guys just emotionally, you can just dip out. The escapism is fantastic when it comes to Pisces, I feel like. So I feel like you're tired of the escapism and you just got kicked up the arse and you're just like, do you know what? I need to figure out what this shit is, because I'm tired of just like the same thing happening over and over again. And I feel like self-belief is massive for you guys at the moment. And I think going forward, not only is your self-belief going to change, but your beliefs just in general. Whatever you believe in is going to change. And it just cut off as I was about to say bye. So that was perfect timing actually when you think about it. But yeah, let me know if that resonated in the comment section below, and I hope to catch you guys all in my wait, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, same name, Romani Fire, and I'll catch you all in my next shit. I can't even get my teeth in. My teeth have, I got distracted by the fact that my freaking thing stopped recording, so yeah, shit, let me just go, okay? Love you guys. I'll catch you on Instagram, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.